Do you do anything in your free time? Do you do anything related to traditional Japanese culture? When I walk along the street, I see a skyscraper right next to the traditional temple or shrine. And that's such a beautiful, interesting thing to see. I can just walk down the street and see traditional Japanese art buildings, architecture, things like that. Being able to see those things daily is such a gift and such an amazing experience for me. I'm really grateful and thankful every day. If everything in nature is always changing, then nothing can ever be absolutely complete. And since perfection is a state of completeness, then nothing can ever be imperfect. I was thinking the other day about a special part of Japanese culture, this idea of Wabi Sabi. It is an interesting and beautiful idea that because things are impermanent and because they are sort of fleeting, that makes them beautiful, which is a sort of an interesting idea. Maybe they're looking from a Western culture. It is a full of sad when something doesn't last or when something disappears. But in Japanese culture, they are saying it is beautiful because it's only there for a short moment. With the seasons, you can say that with a cherry blossom or a rainy season, it's there and it's gone. But it is a beautiful while you are experiencing it. I thought that was a beautiful idea. Wabi Sabi is a concept that motion as to constantly search for the beauty in imperfection and accept it a more natural cycle of life. It reminds us that all things, including as the life itself, impermanent, incomplete, and imperfect. Perfection then is impossible and impermanence is the only way. Wabi is about recognizing beauty and humble simplicity. It invites us to open our heart and detach it from the vanity of materialism so we can experience a spiritual richness instead. Sabi is concerned with the passage of time, the way all things grow, age, and decay, and how it manifests itself beautifully as an in object. It suggested that beauty is hidden beneath the surface of what we actually see, even what we initially perceive as broken. Together, these two concepts created an overarching philosophy for approaching life. Accept what is, stay in the present moment, and appreciate it as simple, transient stage of life. That's a really interesting point. I think there is really a difference between Western culture and Japanese culture in the respect of how we try to turn away from impermanence. Even in day-to-day life, or whether it is the death of a cherry blossom and so on that we wouldn't think make us sad, but in fact, rather than embracing what actually is a part of life, whether we fear it or love it, however we feel about it. It's sort of beautiful, poignant because it can apply to the season and changing of nature and changing of the world. But then it can also apply to human lives and our feelings and our emotion that they can change it from day to day. And then things that we experience also might be free things. So you can apply it to human life as well, which I think it's very beautiful. And then object and stuff as well, like a teapot is something has a chip on it. It is a little more unique. It has more personality than maybe one that's perfect, but they are both beautiful in their own way. So I love that idea, whereas in the West, they want to throw it away and it is ruined, it is damaged. Nope, no, it is beautiful the way that it is more interesting in that way too. In a world that is riddled with high stress levels, fast-paced livings, unrealistic pursuits of perfection, and the damaging afflictions with materialistic wealth, there is an ancient Japanese way of life that can be just what we need right now. To save us from our total demise, there will be many times in your life when you will feel broken. There will be events that will leave you with emotional or physical scars. Do not hide in the shadow of your own sunshine. Do not dim your own lights with the darkness of the cloud. Instead, let these scars be lit with gold. Consider that your failures are there to teach you how not to do things. Your mistakes are there to teach you the importance of forgiveness, and your wrinkles are there to remind you of your loves and cost them. Wabi Sabi is an elegant philosophy that denotes more connected ways of living, a lifestyle where we are deeply connected to nature and thus better connected to our true inner selves. Put simply, Wabi Sabi gives you perfection to be yourself. It encourages you to do your best, but not make yourself ill in pursuit of an unattainable goal of perfection. It generally motions you to relax, slow down, and enjoy your life. And it shows you that beauty can be found on the most unlikely of places, making every day a doorway to delight. The joy of watching yourself flowers in the mornings, the joy of watching to singing song, and the joy listening to soft rain, the joy baking of the cake or reading a book, and there's a share of the tree. Beauty is found in everything that is alive. And that's the essence of the first teachings. Slow down, simplify your life, and concentrate on what really matters to you. Because more international, if you wish to experience the joy of everyday living.